Hey, welcome back to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Comment as we go down below. Hey, look, Big Moochie Grape popped out on Instagram Live with a whole stack of money. Like, where did he get that from, man? Because as we look into it, you realize that he had just got out of PRE and he said he was going on tour by himself. And he might have got signed by Black Youngster. Is this the money that he got for getting signed? Because he could have got signed and got that as his advance. Because when you look last time, he got robbed his chain and all his advance money that Dolph gave him. OG Bangway and robbed Big Moochie Grape for all of that. And so when Daddy-O and Dolph, they didn't want to give Big Moochie Grape no more money. So look, he got money now. He was showing, man. And I think that was coming from either him getting paid off for being part of the setup for Dolph, or it could have came from the fact that he signed with Black Youngster and that Heavy Camp Mayor gave him money. He's riding around with all new people now. No one's ever been seen with these guys in PRE. And so it's like a whole different faction that Big Moochie Grape like basically started off, and it's like a mix of all these different type of backdooring type of people. And when you go to look at it, it's no way that he should be like, you know, he wasn't making 50,000 album sales a week or something like that, making huge money like Drake or something like that. So it's weird to me that, you know, after all of this, now he's in question, and then he gets the money like as if he got paid off, man. Just like how Makedas and Raven and them got paid off for having the GoFundMe, and that was all tied to them basically cooperating. And when they cooperated in the setup of Dolph and did played their part, they basically got that GoFundMe, and like they started 2 or 3 of them and literally made $500,000 on all of them, and basically got away with it. And we were on their tail and looking at everything and had all the proof, the screenshots of the GoFundMe. Because if you try to go to the GoFundMe link now, it shows an error page, like it won't even load it up for you. And but if you go back and look at my videos, I had that at that current moment, the GoFundMe was at around $200,000 to $300,000. You just got to go back and look at that video. But but now it's like they all got paid for it. Big Moochie Grape has his money. Makedas, Raven, and them have the money. Key Glock and a couple of other guys got the jewelry. And we already got people exposing the fact that the jewelry that Icebox apparently redid or whatever, reset, was actually Dolph's jewelry. And they basically should have, when, you know, the jewelry stores always got to verify where this money come from and this and that. And they always had some type of attitude with Dolph about getting Daddy-O on the phone and stuff like it was their business or something. And so when you look at it, man, I already told you guys I was probably one of the first people to say that they took the jewelry and that Maurice and them gave the jewelry to Key Glock and all the other guys, all the PRE guys that ended up showing up that I told you was on scene. And other people proved that they got on scene by having the U-Haul truck there. And when you look at it, it's exactly how it happened, because guess who ended up with the jewelry and the dolphin chain, the blue diamonds with the baguettes in it and the emerald cuts. That all ended up in Key Glock's hands. Big Moochie Grape got another PRE chain out of it. Daddy-O kept the chain, and everybody basically took what they wanted. And even one of the paramedic dude who was like a first responder firefighter or something that was on live with Kiosha, he was the one that took that Cartier watch with the diamonds in it, man. And that was factory. And you know, the factory with that diamonds, that's a lot of money, man. That's why I was telling you guys it was worth so much money that even somebody who's supposed to be a utmost citizen would go out of their way to basically savagely steal the jewelry like that. And when you look at it, that's looking like exactly what might have happened, as well as Maurice and everybody else that was involved, man. And I've been telling you guys from day one, and I want to say it again, rest in peace to Young Dolph. And we want to say condolences to the family, because if you're rocking with Young Dolph, let me know down in the comments below, because we need to know, is everybody still down to get justice for Dolph, man? We got to know, are people still care enough to get the justice for Dolph? Like, you have to keep looking and pressing at the fact that, why do these guys have the jewelry, and why are these guys why is Big Moochie Grape doing a tour on his own and leaving PRE and having all these arguments about how he's the one who came up with that paper route saying that Dolph had on one of his last albums, right before he got sent up. And why is it that Icebox was able to do the jewelry and stuff and not question how did they get it? Like, who's the person that ended up signing off to saying that Dolph's jewelry was going to go to these guys, man? Because that's the real questions. Like, how did all of Dolph's items, how did his cars, his jewelry, and everything like that ended up getting sold off and into other people's possessions like that? Like, why doesn't his family have the jewelry? Instead, it's Key Glock and all these other guys. Because I don't think Dolph ever expected to write a will talking about where his jewelry was going to go and everything like that. He's not materialistic like that. He would just give the jewelry all back to his estate and to Mia J and his kids. Basically, he would give it to his kids. And so why do all these other grown men have his items when they should be with his kids? And why does his cars sold for $2.3 million when they should be in a museum? And all the jewelry should also be in a museum on display to have the Dolph Museum, an aquarium on the side of it too with the dolphins. And at the end of the day, they're really not showing no type of respect and no type of love and sympathy for this whole situation, man, because they're rubbing it in people's faces by popping out with this jewelry, going to Icebox, getting everything redone and putting it out there on for everybody to see. And it's not cool that that they didn't leave these items and the money and everything to the kids, man, because they tried to make a plot to wipe out everything that Dolph owned, and they greedy people take it. And that's exactly what you're seeing. That's why Dolph's properties, his cars, and his jewelry are in other people's possession now instead of his family's, and his kids should have that. And if you think that his kids and the estate should have kept all of that stuff, let me know down in the comments too. And like this video if you rocking with young Dolph and you think that his jewelry, his cars, and his houses should have all been kept by the family and the kids. Man, because he did a lot of stuff to set up his next generation to not have to ever work again. And when you look at it, the people that hate it so much try to take that away at the end. And they really were greedy, and they wanted what Dolph had because they couldn't get it. Dolph beat him to it. He was smarter with the way he moved and with the finances. He wasn't just about spending all of his money. He actually strategically built up a lot of wealth to have it last for multiple generations. And all in all, they try to take that by taking his chains, his jewelry, the cars, the houses, the properties, and his songs and all that stuff. Hey, so look, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you agree, and make sure you like this video if you're rocking with young Dolph, and if you also agree with what's going on, man. Hey, and I'll catch you on the next one.